Hey guys, it's Andrew Esquivel here, back with another review, and today I'm going to be reviewing No Planaria. Now, if you have a freshwater shrimp tank, much like I have right down there, you may have encountered these little white worms that squiggle across your substrate to and fro. And yes, they are unsightly, but there is also some evidence to suggest that they may be harmful to your little shrimp buddies. Nevertheless, it's a good idea to get rid of them, whether it's just for aesthetics or for actual control of an issue that they may be causing. So No Planaria is an all-natural substance. It's not like dog dewormer, which is sometimes used by aquarists to get rid of these things. As you can see here, the main ingredient is betel nut palm extract. So one thing to keep note is No Planaria will kill more sensitive snails like nearite snails, but for some reason doesn't seem to have much of an effect on things like ram's horn snails. It comes in this neat little kind of like package, almost like they would send up to NASA for food and whatnot. But this is something worth trying out. Now, if you're interested in this in America, you might have a hard time finding it because the company that makes the stuff hasn't reached the American market yet. So I had to import this from the United Kingdom. Nevertheless, I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot because I know I've got some of those nasty little worms in my shrimp tank and I want to get rid of them. It says here to dose approximately 1 spoonful per 50 liters, and there is a spoon inside of this bag. Now, I don't believe my tank is 50 liters. We'll have to do a conversion from metric to imperial. But with a simple Google check, I can convert that to gallons, and then I will be able to dose properly. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so 50 liters is approximately just a little bit over 13 gallons. I have a 10-gallon tank, and realistically, with decorations and equipment included, it's probably closer to 9.5 gallons worth of actual water. So it comes with this little spoon, and we're gonna not fill the spoon all the way. It's okay to be a little bit approximate. And we're going to just kind of sprinkle it across the top of the water and kind of let it dissolve, and we will see if my shrimp are okay with it. And you should also expect some ammonia spikes from dead Planaria if you have a lot of them. But, you know, keep some Sechem Prime on you. Do your water changes maybe twice a week for at least a week. And just monitor everything for the time being. For those of you interested in what they look like in real life, I can kind of zoom in. And this is a Planaria. Might be a little too far zoomed in. They're small, but they grow to several millimeters, up to about a centimeter, and they can reproduce pretty quickly. Those are these unsightly worms that we want to get rid of. See, it's slinking along right there. So hopefully a dose of this stuff will take care of it. And if not, you can dose up to 3 days, with each dose being half of the dose before it. So, now that you see what that is, let's try and kill it. Now, just a note for future reference, the bag is completely resealable. It has a little kind of Ziploc system. And what we have here is a little less than a spoonful of the No Planaria solution. Now, I don't have any snails in this tank, so I shouldn't have to worry about it. So let's go ahead and sprinkle this in there. And we'll see it kind of falls, and we've got the entire spoon empty. We'll put that aside for a minute. And you can see it's kind of pluming through the tank. My shrimp is swimming through it. I have a few water spots on the front of my glass, which is kind of hard to make it see with the light on my camera. So I pull away for a little bit. The shrimp don't appear to immediately be affected by any of it. Let's take a look at the Planaria. Now, this solution is not something that will instantly kill them. it will take some time. About 24 hours, you should see a bunch of dead Planaria. And if you still suspect you have more, you would do half the dose that you normally do on the first dose. So instead of 1 spoonful, half a spoon, or however it correlates to the size of your tank. And then the third dose would be a fourth of the original dose. So each dose gets smaller. In order to remove it, I would imagine you can do several water changes. However, another way to remove it would be to add a filter temporarily that has carbon in it, and that should remove any chemicals from the water. But the shrimp don't appear to be adversely affected. They're still being shrimpy, doing shrimpy things. And I will come down here tomorrow and see how they're all doing. Alright, so it is day 3 of dosing the no Planaria medication in this tank. And as you can see, the shrimp are all fine, swimming about doing as they do. I have not seen any shrimp in this tank be affected negatively by the medication, so it is totally shrimp safe. But what about the Planaria? Well, if you look way back here, for instance, that little white squiggle in the center of the screen is the Planaria. It is dead. It is not moving around. There's other Planaria. There's one right in the center right here. It's not moving. Planaria would be moving if they were alive. It seems to have shrunk and kind of shriveled. So it looks like the no Planaria actually killed the Planaria. So it seems to work. And if you're wondering how it affects your snails and whatnot that might be in your tank, I'm not sure. There is one Malaysian trumpet snail, and there are ram's horn eggs in here, and I wish I didn't have any of those, but that's why I've got my little assassin snail here who has survived every single dose of the no Planaria. Now, so far at this point, I've dosed it 3 times, and I just put in the 3rd dose. I don't even think the 3rd dose was actually necessary. But, just to make sure, I put in the last dose just a few moments ago, and as you can see, the water's still clear. It makes it cloudy for just a little bit, and then it clears right up. It's like you don't even know it's there. So, you know, after it's all gone, you just do your water changes. If you have carbon filters, put the carbon filters back in. And, you know, you definitely want to make sure you take your carbon filters out before dosing any medication. But as far as no Planaria goes, it seems to have actually done the job. I will be happy to update if I see Planaria again, but from what I can tell, it's a stellar product. So hopefully this helps you guys. You can find it on eBay. There's a bunch of people who sell it internationally. It's pretty hard to find in the United States at the moment, but I have a feeling once they hit the US market, this medication is going to be super popular. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope it helped. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, show your friends. Check out my other videos. I got plenty of them. And as always, I will see you next time.